Hello, AV Nation. Ryan with aka the Rugby Opinion here. And today I will do an Anzac 15 for you all. With it being Anzac round this weekend, I thought it would be fitting to do an Anzac 15. So let's get into it. Oh, and by the way, I have been wanting to do this team for a very long time. So there's the motivation behind it. Anzac round and wanting to do it for a long time. So let's get into it. Number 1, Tony Woodcock. 2, Stephen Moore. 3, Ben Alexander. 4, Justin Harrison. 5, Sam Whitelock. 6, Richie McCaw. 7, Michael Hoover. 8, Jerry Collins, Vice Captain. 9, George Gregan, Captain. 10, Dan Carter. 12, Sterling Mortlock. 13, Conrad Smith. 14, 11 and 14 are Julian Sevier and Joe Roth. And number 15 is Reece Hodge. 16, Kevin Mialamu. 17, Jane Slipper. 18, Charlie Vumblina. 19, Brody Retallick. 20, George Smith. 21, Aaron Smith. No, they're not related. 22, Tim Horan. And 23, the great Jonah Lomu. So guys, I haven't gone for a specialist fly half on the bench. That's because Reece Hodge can cover pretty much all of the back line. He's my fullback, by the way. So yeah, I went for a centre instead. Anyway, I will now take you guys through the team. Tony Woodcock, great All Black of his time, should really anchor down the front row. Him and Ben Alexander should be threats. Stephen Moore, one of the greatest hookers of all time, non-New Zealand greatest hooker of my time, in my opinion. If I was doing a favourite Team 15, or if I was doing a favourite Players 15 but of all time, he would be my second hooker behind Kevin Mialamu. Justin Harrison, one of the greatest locks of Australian rugby of all time, in my opinion. Just because, one, he would be a great line-out. He was a great line-out caller. And 2, he knew when to pick a fight. So, Sam Whitelock should combine well with him. Whitelock comes into retirement with 100 and 53 tests, surpassing my next player, which is Richie McCaw. Richie McCaw was one of the greatest All Black sevens of all time, in my opinion. It was questionable whether he would crack 150 cats, but we got that answer after the 31st of October in 2015 that he would not crack that milestone. I reckon if he stayed on a few more years than he did, he would have got overlooked. So he didn't retire too early, guys. Don't worry. He will go down as one of the greatest number sevens for the All Blacks of all time. So, my number 7 is Michael Hoover, one of the greatest Aussie sevens of all time. Again, if I was doing a favourite players of all time 15, but internationally instead of for the All Blacks, he would definitely be in there. Jerry Collins, one of the greatest and saddest stories of all time. Unfortunately, I did not realise until after his death how great of a player he was. He was one of the greatest players of all time. And when George Gregan comes off, he will take over the captaincy for this Anzac 15. Dan Carter should form a combination with George Gregan quite well, actually. I'm looking forward to seeing them on the field, and yeah, Sterling Mortlock and Conrad Smith. Mortlock was one of the greatest Aussie 12s and 13s of all time. Again, if I was doing a favourite international players, he would definitely be in the team. So, yeah, one of the greatest moments of his career would have to be that dreaded semi-final intercept in 2003. One of the saddest moments of my rugby watching career. I've watched that semi-final quite a few times now, and to be honest, I haven't found a YouTube video without someone mentioning it. And Conrad Smith was Conrad Smith, man. He was just one of the greatest All Black veterans of all time. As for Julian Severe and Joe Roth can cover pretty much all the outside back positions, even the midfield if we had to, but to be honest, he I didn't see him play that much, so I'm not gonna form an opinion. Anyway, Julian Severe, one of the greatest wingers of all time, all black wingers that is, apart from who I've got on my bench, but I'll get to that in a minute. And of course, one of the greatest modern fullbacks since my number 14 giraffe is Reece Hodge. I honestly cannot fault this man for what he does. He's not my favourite Aussie fullback of all time. That would have to go to Drew Mitchell, but he is second to Drew in the fact that he can cover multiple positions in the back line. So, yeah. To the reserves, Kevin Miyamu, do I need to say more? 132 tests, greatest All Black hooker of all time in my opinion. He's my favourite player, so I'm not gonna say any more. James Slipper, one of the greatest props to ever captain the Wallabies in my opinion. Again, if I was doing a favourite international 15, I would definitely include him. Charlie Vambolina, 50 test caps for the man. He is now planning to retire, so best of luck for his next chapter. Brody Retallick might finish up his career in Japan. Anyway, this towering lock was one of the best locks of all time, in my opinion. He's another one of my favourite players. So, over 100 test caps for the All Blacks, and he played his last test in 2023 against the Springboks in that famous World Cup final. George Smith, one of the biggest Aussie, one of the best Aussie loose forwards of all time, but unfortunately he's just there to fill a gap again, and I didn't see him play, so I don't have a fortunate enough opinion, but judging by his service to the Brumbies and the Reds, he's one of the greatest Aussie Seven, second to Michael Hooper, in my opinion, of all time. Aaron Smith, do I need to say more? One of the greatest halfbacks of all time. He played his last test like Brody Retallick in that famous 11-12 loss in the World Cup final. So yeah, Tim Horan, again, didn't see him play, but judging by his service, he was a great player. And is one of the greatest players I've ever heard of. So, yeah. And finally, the great Jonah Lomu, unfortunately, mate, rest in peace. Like Jerry Collins, he goes down as one of the greatest swingers in All Blacks history, no doubt. And I was fortunate enough to see this guy on multiple. I mean, I was fortunate enough to watch this guy on YouTube and see him play. Judging by his escapades, he had a great career. So yeah, guys, that is my Anzac team. George Gregan gets the honour of captaining the Anzac team. I hope you enjoy this 15. If they were to go up against my last 15, which, hold on a second, I will get that for you. Just let me hold on a second, AB Nation. Oh, and guys, please do me a favor, and if you like my content and you want more of the recaps, predictions, and all that good stuff, please do me a favor and subscribe for more rugby content. So at this team went up against my Super Rugby Rejects team, it would possibly get smashed. So yeah. 55-14, I think. So yeah. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Happy Anzac Day to my fellow Kiwis out there. And enjoy the rugby this weekend. I'll see you guys on Sunday for my recap. Cheers, everyone. And please be kind to everyone in the comments. Please, AB Nation, I do not want hate, because kindness goes a long way. So yeah, no hate in the comments. Please, AB Nation, treat people like your pitch side, and yeah, cheers everyone, and thank you for watching.